Yes, Your Honor.
Mayor Capil, I wish to invite your attention to your letter addressed to Chairperson Dan Fernandez and Chairperson Antonio Ferrer. This is dated July 23, 2024. In this letter, Mayor, you brought to the attention of the Joint Committee the baseless and malicious accusations that are being imputed against you by one Pyra Lucas and Toto Kausing. Among the accusations include profiting from POGO operations, allegedly receiving 5 million pesos monthly, owning luxurious cars and mansions, all of this from illegal gambling operation. Can you please enlighten us?
Kumusta po mga ka-viral? Welcome back sa aking YouTube channel. Timbog si Mayor Jing Capil sa pagharap niya sa Joint Committee ng Kamara kaugnay sa pagdinig ng Kongreso hinggil sa Games and Amusement kung saan sentro ng investigasyon ng POGO. Dawit kasi si Mayor Jing Capil, ang mayor ng Porac, Pampanga kaugnay sa pagbigay nito ng permit sa operasyon ng POGO sa kanyang nasasakupan. Naging controversial din ang pangalan nito na mayroong mga luxury cars at magarbong mansyon dahil sa koneksyon nito sa POGO. At tumatanggap pa di umano ito ng suhol mula sa mga big boss ng POGO sa Porac. Una nang itinanggi ni Capil ang mga alegasyon sa kanya at dininay nito na binigyan nila ng permit ang POGO sa kanilang operation. Dumalo din sa pagdinig ng committee si Engineer Tuto Kausing, ang vlogger at abogado na unang nagsiwalat sa pangalan ni Mayor Jing Capil at Lito Lapid. Nandun din si Ronaldin Baterna na isa sa mga resource speakers sa patuloy na investigasyon dahil sa pagiging corporate secretary nito sa Lucky South 99 ng POGO. Narito ang matinding revelasyon sa pagharap-harap sa Kongreso ni Mayor Jing Capil ng Porac, Pampanga at Atty. Tuto Kausing. At ang pag-amin ni Ronaldin Baterna sa kanyang nalalaman sa mga personalidad na konektado sa POGO.
If I may proceed, Mr. Chair, I remember that because of this letter, we moved to invite Pyra Lucas and Toto Kausing. May we know, Mr. Chair, if these resource persons are present in today's hearing?
Message? That's Pyra Luca and Toto Kausing. Kasi in the last hearing of the Committee on Public Order, your names were mentioned by Congresswoman Luistro. And ako personally, I try to watch your sa YouTube, and there are a lot of public official that you have mentioned doon sa inyo pong ano. So can you kindly clarify yung mga accusation that was made by the two personalities? So siguro sino ba mauna? Si ano po ba? Si Ma'am, kayo muna o si Toto Kausing?
Ay, Mr. Chairman, dito lang kami, wala naman na kaming hinanda na speech or introductory statement. We are only here to answer whatever questions that the good Congresswoman Luistro would ask.
Well, dito sa mga sinabi ni Mayor Capil, you mentioned dito, Mayor Capil, that accusation sa iyo yung mga condominiums na pinatayo mo.
Yes, Your Honor, yun po yung sinasabi nila. Pero yung condominium po, nakatayo na. Before pa po ako nag-mayor, 2012 po yun, yung isa. Yung isa, 2015. At meron po silang business permit sa amin sa munisipyo. But they insisted na sa akin daw po yun. Kaya wala pong katotohanan yun, Your Honor.
Sir, can you reply on that?
Ako po ba, sir?
Yes, kindly reply, Mr. Kausing.
Chairman, hindi ko lang maintindihan kung ano alin ang tatanong yung tungkol sa dalawang issue kasi dito eh. Yung issue tungkol doon sa 5 million a month daw at saka yung issue tungkol sa dalawang condotel. So alin ang una pong ano? Kasi sinasabi niya po na baseless. Ngayon, kung ang opinion ko sa dalawa sa akusasyon niya una, sa 5 million a month, wala po akong sinabi sa vlog ko na 5 million a month. Ngayon, pagdating naman po sa condotel, binlog ko na rin po yan na condotel na ayon sa informante ko, nasa kanya yan. Kaya tinatayuan po namin ito, Your Honors, na totoo po ang aming nakuha na kinwento ng aming tinatawag na informante. But of course, yan ang sinabi ng informant ko sa akin. At ang isa sa mga informante ko dito ay nag-identify niya sa sarili niya as isa siya sa malapit nakatira, malapit doon. At kinwento nga rin, nung pinapagawa yan, renovation, ay kinikwento na nagyabang pa nga si Mayor na siya na may-ari nun. Patungkol naman ata, I just do not know how it happened na nagsalita siya na may 5 million a month na sinabi. Ang sinabi ko, nakakakuha siya ng pera. At ang basihan ko po, Mr. Chairman, ay yung statement nila na binigay sa Senate na 10,000 lamang po kada taon ang kinukuha nila na property tax o real property tax o di ka amilyar mula sa mga property ng POGO. So, at sa business tax o mayor's permit, sinabi nila, sila mismo sabi na 4,000 lamang kada taon. So, doon ko po binase ang aking logical conclusion at kinwenta ko ang maaring magiging property tax ng 46 o 43 buildings at binase ko rin po sa inamin ng engineer nila na nag-submit ang nagpatayo o Whirlwind o di kaya Royal Lucky South 99 ng bills of materials na umaabot sa 1,070,000,000. At kung ganun ang materials cost, ibig sabihin po, bilang civil engineer din ako, na sa ngayon, ang estimated labor cost din po ay almost the same sa materials cost. So kung kwentahin mo, ibig sabihin po, ang most reasonable fair market value ng lahat ng building ay 2 billion. Ngayon, pagkakwenta, paano mo kwentahin ngayon ang real property tax? So kukunin muna ang fair market value which is 2 billion, then multiply it with assessment level na binigay ng batas which is 50% para sa mga commercial. Tapos, i-multiply mo, magiging 1 billion. Pagkatapos, kukunin ang real property tax is equals to 1% times assessed value. So, assessed value is 1 billion times 1%, that is 10 million a year. Tapos, ang lupa pa, sabihin na lang natin na 5,000 per square meter. Ang kinikwenta ko, pag 5,000 per square meter sa 10 hektarya, aabot po ng mga abot sa 500 million. So kung kukunin mo po yung tinatawag na assessed value, that is 250 million. At kung kwentahin mo po yung real property tax niya based on assessed value, which is 1%, that is also 2,500,000. So if that is so, ang tinatago na pera mula sana sa property tax at saka sa business taxes ay umaabot mahigit 12 billion. Yun lang po ang sinabi ko po.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, kasi may nabasa ako dito from Mayor Capili, that Mayor JBC Capili has a house and lot worth 50 million near the Porac Pogo site. Saan galing tong statement na to?
Sa kanila po, nung una yun yung claim nila. Kaya sinabi ko, pag may nakita sila na bahay ko kahit worth 1 million lang sa kanila na, pero wala naman silang nakita, then Yung kondo na naman, pag nakita po nila, nasa akin po yun, sa kanila rin, I will sign an affidavit pag nakita po nila na sa akin, sa kanila na rin po. Para maipakita po na talagang wala tayong tinatago. Kasi napakabilis po nilang magsabi na meron kang ganito, pero pag nakita naman nila na wala, parang wala lang sa kanila, pero nasira na po yung pangalan mo. Una, sabi nila, sa akin daw yung lupa ng Pogo. Nung nakita naman na hindi sa akin, hindi man sila nag-apologize. Yung problem po sa lupa, 2017 may court decision na, 2019 pa lang ako naupo. Kine-claim din na ako yung kasabwat doon, 2019 pa lang po ako naupo. Kaya I don't know kung ano po ang may galit po ba sila sa akin para sirain nila ako ng ganito. Sana po, kasi po ako'y halal din ng taong bayan at siyempre I have to protect my leadership then as the mayor, na hindi po pwede na sirain mo na lang ang isang tao without any proof na paano po ang aking pagkatao, Your Honor. Thank you.
Is this true, Toto Kausing, that you have mentioned the 50 million pesos worth of house and lot in the property that he mentioned? And as well, kasi nakasulat dito mga luxury cars that binili na ni Mayor Kapili. Totoo po ba na sabi niyo po yun?
Mr. Chairman, mga sinabi ko rin sa vlogging ko na yung dalawang kondo, yun ang tinuturo doon sa 50 million na estimate. Estimate lang yun yung presyo ng buildings na yun. At with regard to the sports cars, sinabi rin po yun sa akin na informant ko. So ang sports car na sinabi sa akin na informant ko, meron siyang BMW, meron siyang meron sa Porsche, at meron din siyang luxury car na Toyota Land Cruiser na may bulletproof. So yan po ang aking mga sinabi sa akin, informante ko. Well, if he denies it, then that is also his right to deny. Pero sa amin naman po, bilang vlogger, ay umaasa kami sa mga informante na nagbibigay po sa amin ng information at binabase ko rin sa katotohanan pagkatapos ko manood sa mga Senate hearings na kung saan ay maraming butas ang kanyang mga kinikwento. So kapani-paniwala po ang binigay sa akin ng aking informante. Ganun lamang po, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I wish to invite the attention of Toto Kausing. You are being challenged by Mayor Kapil. I understand and I do not discount the fact that iba yung beneficial owner, iba yung registered owner. But if you have proof to show na mayroon talagang pag-aaring condotel, luxury car, armored vehicle, just like what you are saying today, I hope you can show proof because the mayor has challenged you already. Pag may napatunayan ka daw, ibibigay na niya sa'yo. That is for the manifestation, Your Honor.
May I answer now? So anyway, ganito po yan, Mr. Chairman. Yung kwento sa akin, kinlaro ko yung kwento sa akin ng aking informante. So, meaning to say, I do not have any evidence to show that it was his or whatever, but I only...
Mr. Chair, with all due respect, but I wish to interrupt Toto Kausing. This is an inquiry in aid of legislation. We do not allow hearsay evidence. We do not allow testimony if the declarant has no personal knowledge. So until and unless Toto Kausing has personal knowledge of all the accusations against Mayor Kapil, I think we need to come up with a resolution on whether to allow him to continue attending our hearing. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we take note of the observation of the committee that it seems that the statement of Mr. Kausing are all hearsay and he has no personal knowledge about the issues at hand. And in that case, I would like to ask you from refraining to continue replying to the questions raised by Congresswoman Luistro. In this case, at the moment, Chairman Dan Fernandez also has a question to Ms.
No, I really don't have a question right now, Mr. Chairman. But it seems that it's already 5 o'clock. And we have invited so many resource speakers on today's hearing. But unfortunately, it's getting already late in the afternoon. So our apology, if I may, Mr. Chairman, because we have invited yung mga sa PNP and we were not able to discuss the issue of the unsolved killings in Central Luzon. We will be discussing that in the next hearing, Mr. Chairman. And as well, the issue on those incorporators that we have invited. The Lucky South 99, the Sunyu one, they did not attend, and we issued already the show cause order, and hopefully in the next hearing, they will be attending on our Quadcom. And also the motion for reconsideration of Ms. Ronelyn Baterna, who was cited in contempt on August 7, 2024, and ordered detained in the House premises for 30 days. There was a motion for reconsideration, and I believe, Mr. Chairman, that we need to have a discussion with this person. So I don't know what's the pleasure of the body with regards to her temporary detention in the House of Representatives. And lastly, Mr. Chairman, we have invited also the Anti-Money Laundering, the Department of Foreign Affairs, NBI, the PIDEA, the Bureau of Immigration, BIR, SEC, the PAOK-TF, Anti-Money Laundering Council, and a lot of the department heads that have attended in this Quadcom. But we were never given the opportunity na matanong po natin sila. So, Mr. Chairman, our apology. And I hope that we can invite them again in the next hearing so
Mr.
we can
Chair.
propound questions.
Am I recognized?
Yes, after, are you done, Chairman?
Yes,
Dan?
I'm done, Mr. Chairman.
Mr.
Okay,
Chair, for Ms. Baterna, I understand that she has filed a reconsideration about the contempt and detention order. But I respectfully manifest, Mr. Chair, that there are witnesses already who executed affidavits in possession of the PAOK, establishing her connection with Lucky South 99. That is a manifestation.
Okay, and the information was shared to you by the PAOK?
Mr. Chair, I have copy of the affidavits, reason why I earlier moved for the invitation of the 4 witnesses which are with the PAOK, Mr. Chair.
Okay, since is that an objection to the request for reconsideration by Ms. Baterna?
Chairman.
Yes, no, is that an objection?
It is a manifestation, Mr. Chair, because I understand she is our only link to Lucky South 99. Cassie Ong is nowhere to be found. The resource speakers attending in our hearing refuse to acknowledge their connection to Lucky South. And I lament that in our today's hearing, most of the resource speakers in Pogo controversy did not appear. So, Mr. Chair, I want to bring to the attention of the Quadcom that Ms. Baterna is our only link to Lucky South 99. But I, of course, submit to the wisdom of the honorable chairs.
Okay, the manifestation of Congresswoman Jinky Luistro seems to be an objection to the request of Ms. Baterna for a reconsideration that she requested the committee to be released from detention. But I guess the pleasure, what is the pleasure of the body?
Mr. Chair, considering the manifestation of Congresswoman Luistro, and I have a lot of questions as well to the person of Ronaldina Baterina, and I hope that she still stays in the premises of the House of Representatives. In all reality, the manifestation of Congressman Luistro makes sense, and she's the only link doon po sa mga iniimbestigahan nating mga incorporators. And as a matter of fact, Mr. Chairman, we have invited all the incorporators of those corporations, and they did not attend on today's hearing. What more if we will be allowing her to be out of our jurisdiction? And so I support the manifestation of Congresswoman Luistro.
So can somebody put that into motion so that the committee can rule on the objections of both Congresswoman Luistro and Congressman Fernandez?
Mr. Chair,
Chairman Acop?
maybe it would be wise for us to consult the member of the committee who moved for the to file or to move for the contempt of Miss Ronaldin Baterna, and that guy is the Honorable Chairman Paduano. So maybe we ask his opinion.
Kaya nga, Mr. Che, kanina pa ako gusto magsalita because I was the one who moved to cite her in contempt. Now, Mr. Chairman, ganito lang po. He was cited in contempt based on violation of paragraph C of our internal rules, section 11. Now, of course, I do believe that as of now, she is only the person or the witness linked to Lucky South 999. But still, Mr. Chairman, the process with regards to contempt, and she sent a request for that contempt to be lifted. But of course, unless until Ms. Taberna will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in all questions that will be raised by the members of this committee, di pwede i-lift yung contempt order, Mr. Chairman. Now, ang question lang, we're running out of time. And a lot of members wants to ask question for Ms. Taberna to prove that indeed he will tell the truth. Now, Mr. Chairman, that's why since we have no sufficient time in today's hearing, I joined the motion on manifestation of Congressman Luistro. Yeah, I join your manifestation. I don't need a motion because that is just a motion for recon. Now, I join the manifestation of the good Vice Chairperson of Public Accounts, Mr. Chairman.